Well, hello everybody. I'm coming to you today with my Pacific Raceways hat, my Petty's Garage shirt, looking the shirt's a little bit faded, looking like I've been out working on cars. I got my car stuff here on the wall because I want to talk to you a few minutes about automotive maintenance. Are you taking care of your car? Are you changing the oil every 3,000 miles? Checking the transmission fluid and changing it every 30,000 miles? Did you check the pressure in your tires before you leave? These are all important things in being safe and making sure that your car stands the test of time. Research has shown that if we take care of our cars, we do regular maintenance on them, that they will last 200, 300, some cars even 500,000 miles if they're taken care of properly. So we know that cars, if we do our part and we keep up with the maintenance, they will go for a very long time. But at the same time, are you the kind that really keeps up on your automotive maintenance? Or are you the one that waits for that check engine light to come on before you start thinking, is there something wrong here? And then when that light comes on, what do you do? Do you just keep driving until it starts flashing and the car breaks down? Or do you take it to the mechanic to find out what's going on? This is a question I have for you. How do you treat your car? I'm assuming you're probably saying, yeah, I keep up on that. Yeah, I get oil changes. I go to Jiffy Lube all the time, or I go to a local mechanic all the time, or I'm always at the dealer. My car's important, and I invest in it, and I need my car to get around. So now let me ask you, do you go to the doctor every year? Do you go for a checkup? You're supposed to go get checkup once or twice a year to make sure that you're healthy, that you're okay, to prevent you from getting sick, to find out if there's any underlying issues that could get worse, that could be life-threatening. Same thing with the dentist. We go to the dentist twice a year for cleanings, for checkups, to make sure that there aren't any issues that if left alone, they're going to get worse and fester and get infected and cause you more pain and more problem down the road. Do you take care of your body? Do you go to the doctor? Or do you only go to the doctor when you're sick? So now I know some of you are saying, "Oh, I only go when I'm sick." But I know if your husband, your wife is saying, "I try to get my husband to go all the time, but he just won't go until he's sick, until it's too late." So how often do we hear that about our cars? "Oh, I waited too long. If you had just taken care of and changed the oil, the engine wouldn't have blown. If you would have come in and got a cleaning, your teeth wouldn't have been rotted out. If you would have come in and got your yearly checkup, we could have caught that cancer in time. We could have caught the diabetes in time. We could have caught it, this infection before it turned into gangrene, and now we have to cut off your foot." So preventative maintenance is a major thing that we need to do because it prevents us from running into other issues in the future. It prevents more dangerous, more costly, harmful issues in the future. So if you're not going to put your kids or yourself in a vehicle that isn't running right, the brakes don't work, you don't know what's going on with the engine, it could break down at any moment, then why would you trust yourself? Why would you trust your family? Why would you trust everything to something that is not being taken care of preventatively? Now, what am I speaking of here? I'm speaking of your mental health. I'm speaking of your emotional health. See, you take care of your car preventatively before an issue arises because you don't want the issue to arise. You take care of your teeth before an issue arises, not just when you have a toothache. You take care of your physical health and go and get checkups to prevent yourself from getting sick really bad in the future. So why do you neglect your mental health, your emotional health? Why is it that you don't address it until it's too late, until the warning light is going off? So really, I'm not talking to you about automotive maintenance. I'm talking to you today about your emotional and mental health. See, our emotions are those check engine lights. In your car, those lights, whether it's a check engine or check transmission, or if you have a fancy car, it's check the air pressure, or check this electrical connection. When those lights are flashing, it's telling you there's something wrong. So many of us drive right through them and run into more issues. Our emotions are those warning lights. So if you're angry, your emotion is telling you something. Why are you angry? Let's look into it. If you're feeling anxiety, it's a check engine light. That's the check engine light of your heart. What are you anxious about? Let's look into that. Let's understand that rather than ignoring it. Rather than medicating it away, what's the reason for it? So, as a pastor and a counselor, many people think they can only come and see us when they have an issue. But the thing is that if you don't come for preventative maintenance, if you don't come before the issue, if you don't come for regular checkups, then you're going to end up coming with an issue that has to be focused on, that is going to hurt, that is going to be deeply embedded, that's going to cause you, your family, your friends, trauma. And that's the last thing you want. However, if you could come in preventatively, have a discussion about where you're at, what's going on. I have this feeling, I have this emotion, I have this question. Coming and talking about it and discussing it, looking at that warning light before it becomes a flashing warning light and the car breaks down, before you break down, then why would you not do that? So, this is my cry to you. Don't just come to me, and not just me, any mental health professional, any counselor, any pastor, any therapist. Don't just come when you need it. Find that support preventatively. If you're taking care of your mental health, like you're taking care of your physical health, you should be coming in regularly for checkups. Because if you're coming in, let's just craft an example right now. Okay, you've had a stressful job. You've been working extra hours over and over and over for weeks. Your kids are being extra. They're whining, they're complaining, they're making you want to pull your hair out. Your wife is stressed because she's having to deal with this. You're not as supportive as you could because you're tired from work. And then you have, your church. You have church obligations, or you have softball obligations, or you have obligations of life. You want to come home and just rest, but you have to go to church. You have to go grocery shopping. You have to take care of stuff. And so you're running, and you're getting worn down. Would it not be better to be able to discuss with somebody the way you feel, to offload those things before you explode? One of the things that I quite frequently discuss in counseling sessions is how stress builds up, how trauma, anxiety, how it builds up. Now imagine this is a soda bottle. I mean, this is a plant protein shake, really healthy for you. I mean, this is like organic fuel for your body. It tastes like fuel, but go with me. Imagine this is a Dr. Pepper, carbonated, and you're shaking it up. So if this bottle is your life, is your emotions, you keep shaking it up, the pressure's going to build until the pressure continues to build until the top blows off. And you end up getting a mess all over. You get soda all over. You get sugar and sticky, and it becomes a mess to clean up. This is what we're trying to prevent. So if you come in preventatively and talk with us and download how you're feeling, what's going on, we can help you with stress management. We can help you with even just listening. Just the ability to talk to somebody and have them listen and not judge you takes that pressure, and it's like cracking the top of this, just slowly allowing some pressure out. You close the lid back up, and you let it come out so it doesn't explode. We've all done this with the soda. It's the same thing when you come in preventatively as a stress relief. When you come in preventatively to make sure that you don't explode, it's cracking this top and allowing some of that out. So why would you not come preventatively to prevent damage and dirtiness and stickiness from blowing up on your friends, family, coworkers, just losing it? So I would much rather see you in a good place than in, I'm struggling, I blew up, we're having this trauma because I can't balance my life, or I can't really be involved the way I want to because I'm just so wound tight. And I have all this anxiety, all this fear, all this frustration. So those emotions are the warning lights to what's going on. They're alerting you to what's going on below and beneath. You get beneath. Below the surface. Peter Scazzaro talks about our emotions in the Emotionally Healthy Church like an iceberg. There's very little of the iceberg that sits above the water that you can see. 70 to 85% of that iceberg is below the water. It's the same thing with your emotions and what's going on. You only see a very little with what your emotions are showing. But they're showing you that there's a lot going on below the surface. So take those warning lights and be proactive about it. And you might even, let's go even before that, before the warning light even comes on. I mean, having been a mechanic for a number of years and worked on cars and grown up around cars, those little warning lights are actually called dummy lights. Because if the light comes on, you're a dummy and you waited too long. You should have been taking care of this before. So take care of your mentals before. Take care of these things before. Be preventative. Come in and have a discussion. Come in and share these things. Come in and learn new skills to be able to help you overcome so that you don't get to this place where the warning lights are coming on, or to where your emotions are overcoming you and you're blowing up. That's the last thing we want. So, last time as I'm closing up here, do not forsake the maintenance of your mind. You don't forsake the maintenance of your body, or your car, or your home, or any of that. So why would you forsake your mental maintenance, your emotional maintenance? Be proactive like you would be in those other areas. So this video is posted. You're on my YouTube, you're on my Facebook, you're on my Instagram. You know the website, MaeusMinistriesNW.com. Reach out to us. Email me. Text me if you have my phone number. And let's get together. Let's do this. Let's be proactive. If you're a church that's listening to this, let's get together and help your congregation not get to this place where they're blowing up. Let's strengthen the marriages within your congregation by being proactive. Whether through seminar, whether through preaching, whether through individual counseling and life coaching, to be able to direct them so that they have these tools, that they're not coming to you saying, Pastor, we're looking to get divorced, or Pastor, we have infidelity. That's the last thing you want. So let's be proactive. Let's proactively pursue our mental health. Let's proactively pursue our emotional wellness. Let's pursue that in the same way that we do everything else in our life. Let's pursue that with the same way we pursue our spiritual growth. We read the Bible. It's been said that the Bible, it's like that saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. A scripture a day keeps the devil away. Well, let's treat it the same way. Jesus was emotional. He was physical. He was psychological. he was spiritual, he was relational, he was all those things. So let's build up proactively to avoid breakdown in the future. So please reach out. Please take care and be proactive. I hope this touches a nerve. I hope this makes you think. Even if you don't contact me, I hope this causes you to be more proactive in your mental and emotional wellness. Thank you for listening, and God bless.